FinancialFelons.com is where you can find the latest and exclusive DSG gear, from Fire or Trash, Excelsior Now, DSG Team Gear, and more. That's www.financialfelons.com. Make sure to use code DOOM for 15% off. That's code DOOM for 15% off. This is your DSG brand ambassador spring, and you know the motto, let the good times roll.
There was an idea called the Avengers Initiative. The idea was to bring together a group of remarkable people, see if they could become something more, to fight the battles that we never could.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Let's go! It's time Avengers assemble. Together we fight as one, so the villains starting to tremble. Let's go! Let's go! It's time Avengers assemble. Together we fight as one, so the villains starting to tremble. Let's go! Let's go! It's time Avengers assemble. Together we fight as one, so the villains starting to tremble. Let's go! Let's go! It's time Avengers assemble. Together we fight as one, so the villains starting to tremble.
I love that intro. What's shaking, people? It's your boy Doom Killer HD. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best, and welcome to another Moguls Avengers RoundTable. This time around, the panel is none other than the hottest content creators we have in our community. Starting it off with the boss himself, Mr. Casual Avenger. How you doing today, sir?
What's good?
Same thing, different dollar, man. Same thing, different dollar. You know how it rolls. Next up, we got the man from across the pond, Mr. Spider-Man UK himself, Slight Stardust. Welcome to the stream, good sir.
Yay! Hey, everyone. Let's go.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Next up, Ballerific, Mr. I can flex on you without even trying. Put a meme mug on and say hello to Jay Shock Blast. People, what's good with it? Oh, he's not even talking. Damn. Okay. Next up, y'all already know.
What's shaking, people? It's your boy Doom Killer HD. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. Put your hands together and rub slow.
To the Birdman, hands the Birdman, hands.
It's about to go down, act like you know.
To the Birdman, hands the Birdman, hands.
You know the motto, let the good times roll.
To the Birdman, hands the Birdman, hands.
Put your hands together and rub slow.
To the Birdman, hands the Birdman, hands.
Right, all right. We got all of the intros and all of that in. Let's get to it, people.
No, put the music back on.
What?
Why, so you can, like, do your hand sanitizer Birdman hands again?
No, I was bobbing my head.
You want to do your intro, bro?
No, go ahead. You
No,
can start.
you good?
I think Jay wants his own intro.
I was told I was going to get one at some point.
It is. We're not doing this today.
Don't you think you get enough, Shot?
I bet
we're not doing this.
Yeah, why don't you get one of your sponsors to give you an intro?
Exactly.
Oh,
Can't
That's
aim
good.
controllers
Which
do
one?
music?
Midnight Suns? Or the aim controller? Or Elgato? Or
Actually, I might be having
Entertainment
that one. I might be having that one. I'm one at a time. I'm getting it. I'm getting on you, Jay.
You're welcome.
I'm on your heels. Thank you,
You're
Jay.
welcome.
I appreciate it.
Listen, high tide raises all ships, and that's what I'm here to help with. Late ruler.
Late rulers in the building.
Oh, am I here? Hi, sorry.
Why are you here?
Listen, I just wanted to hang out with my friends tonight. It's Sunday night. It's Sunday, right? Yeah, it's Sunday. And I just figured I would just be here like a fly on the wall. Hey, everybody.
Where's Cinco Champ?
He's playing Marvel Snap.
Damn. Oh well, I guess we'll take High Ruler. Wait, is Miller
That's a
available?
good point. It was Canadian Day the other day. We are kind of, you got to represent the brand, right? That cross synergy.
I'm running down Canadians. Miller, Alien Fighter.
I am going to be nice to the highest of rulers until he sends out my Sylveons, and then it is back to bullying. By the way, I am the only one allowed to bully High Ruler. So whoever is giving him crap right now,
Have you not seen
No.
his chat? Because you are not the only one allowed to.
Excuse me,
bully
Jay
High
Shot
Ruler.
Blast. I do believe I begun the bullying before you, good sir.
I'm
back
just a
on
bit
the weekly-
territorial, okay?
He enjoys it. He's like the Shield agents in Avengers when Jane Foster showed up.
I think I'm the only person that doesn't bully High Ruler at this point in life.
Might be, but just really quick, speaking of stepping on me, how's it going, Spring? I see you in the chat. How you doing? Anyways, what do we got today, Doom? Doom, we're talking about Thor, right? Mighty Thor, Jane Foster. Let's switch gears a little bit here, man. What do we
I ain't got nothing to do with
we're not going into spit talk, boy. Let's not. Ricky Berwick.
Okay, all right. Well, I have Tylenol tonight. Yes, because it's gonna be one of them. Oh my god. Wow. Starting this thing off. Wow. Let's start this off right. This is a yes or no question because there's a couple of questions
Maybe
that will come behind this. But do you guys like the new edition of Jane Foster Thor? Starting with you, Casual Avenger. Just a short yes or no will be suffice.
You say yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess I'll say yeah.
Okay. Slight Stardust.
Yeah.
Stepped on Ruler.
Yes.
Sadat the Gamer.
I love it even more if that Thordis was out, but I'm enjoying it so far.
You know what? Let me switch y'all right now. It's gonna be one of them nights. Jay Shock Blast, go ahead, sir.
Yes.
I know it's hard for you. I know. It's okay.
No, it's not hard. She has a Valkyrie outfit, which is what she should be. So yeah, she's great.
And she's Thor.
Oh god.
I mean, she'll be the first.
Mighty
to tell
Thor.
you.
Let's get the full title.
She
Mighty
can cosplay. I get it.
Mighty Thor.
I have a first. This is great. I don't even have to say anything tonight. James and Dot are going to carry the whole show. This is perfect.
Yes.
Nice job, guys.
As usual.
Well, hey, listen, I'm just here once again, fly on the wall.
Casual Avenger. What do you actually like about the introduction of the Mighty Thor?
Oh my god,
Jane Foster.
What do I like about the introduction? I think she has some cool variations from Thor. They obviously didn't make her wildly different, but the things that they did make different, I feel like worked very well.
Spider UK, what you got for me?
Let's put it this way: Thor was so strong they made a sequel, and the sequel was better, just like Spider-Man 2. So,
and Amazing Spider-Man 2.
No, bro, come on now. Let's relax.
Okay, Stepped on. What you got for me, bro?
Yeah, I think Jane's like really cool. I think the Ultimate's really cool, and I think what I'm seeing a lot of is like it's really easy to like step into Jane and like make her like really strong really quickly, and I think that really does a lot of solid groundwork for a lot of people coming either back into the game or just coming into the game playing Jane.
Very specific choice of words there, stepping on and stuff. Yeah, I see
you. Jay Thorblast, what you got for us, bro?
I'm enjoying her. I mean, I think she's just a light version of Thor, and Thor's the best character in the game, so why wouldn't I like it?
Did you just call her Diet Thor, bro? Really?
Yeah. Thor light.
Sit out the game. I'll wrap this one up. What is it that you like about Jane, bro?
Great arms, amazing legs.
The gameplay, bro. The gameplay.
This man's going through like KFC chicken as he's like listing off. I like the breasts, the thighs.
I love the fact that she's so much stronger than Odinson. I'm enjoying building her up so far, and just everything superior in every way.
Oh God!
Sugar
All right, now we about to get into where it gets a little spicy at. What is it?
We aren't already spicy. I mean,
no, y'all aren't spicy right now. Y'all a bit lukewarm. It's about to get spicy though. High Ruler is kind of. I don't know where he. Anyways, Casual Avenger. What don't you like about the female version of Thor, Jane Foster?
I mean, there's nothing major that I don't like about her. It's just as after the drought that we've been in content wise, it's like this doesn't really move the needle. So it's like she's here, we waited for it, and now everybody's like, what's next? And understandably so. So it's like it's kind of underwhelming. Like I appreciate they gave us something, but at the same time, it really isn't much.
How you feeling about this, Slay?
The thing I disliked the most, man, was that when she released, I thought, you know what? I put a bunch of money into the game. I was going to buy a certain outfit, and I checked the marketplace, and Thordis wasn't there. So instantly, I was like, "L, you told Paul Tassi that." But no, in all seriousness, though, I would have liked to have like all 3 unique heroics, but like it's not that bad, especially when the ultimate carries anyway. So.
Hyrule, what you got, bro?
What don't I like about Jane? I don't know if there's anything particular I don't like about Jane, considering expectations were set all the way back in January about what we were getting. But I think it's a mixture of like what Casual said. You know, we kind of waited all this time, and of course, Jane, I think many predicted, while she was the best one out of the 4 options to get, it doesn't really do a lot. And now we're heading into another presumable content drought, and I think it's unfortunate, but I think Jane herself was cool. I think it's just the circumstances around Jane that I didn't really like, or that's
okay. What you got, Jay?
I actually disagree that she would have been I mean, I know that there were other characters that were rumored to be the mystery character, and War Machine wasn't one of them. But I think of all the potential Echo characters, War Machine would have been the best option, because I think you can make him the same but different. With Thor, there's only so many things you can do.
Oh yeah, like, no, sorry, I was just saying out of like the 4 that were given, she was the best.
I got you.
But,
okay.
Yeah.
I kind of include War Machine in that, I guess, a little bit.
Sure.
But in any event, I'm fine with Jane Foster having the power of Thor. The naming convention they decided on, I just hate. And that's not on Marvel's Avengers. That's been since day one when they announced it on the freaking View. But I think the only thing I really dislike is freaking Mjolnir needs to...
It's super loud. It's so loud.
Did I mute that? Did I mute that?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you got it.
You did.
Because I didn't see the red light. So I was not trying to get demonetized. But seriously, Mjolnir is so loud. And I appreciate what they're trying to do with it, but it's so loud, and I hate it. I actually don't use the ultimate sometimes, like specifically because I just don't want to listen to it.
Dang, that's like her most powerful thing is that.
I know, right?
You know, like...
I turn down like the sound effects. You know, you can change like the specific ones. I turn that like pretty much down to 2, just to avoid the.
Well, I took a little bit of a break, so like I'm not still in everyday Avenger mode like some of you guys have been. Not all of you, obviously, but you know, some of you guys are. You know, I did some other stuff for a while, so for me, I'm coming back in, and it's a little fresher for me now. I'm sure it'll wear out, but yeah.
I hear you.
It's called lowering the volume, but I'm streaming, and you know, like. Anyway, Sadat, what do you think?
Well, unlike Jay Nerd Erotic Blast, I don't have any issues with Mighty Thor and her character or the name. I'm actually with Slight Stardust and was mainly disappointed by not seeing that Thordis on day one. I will say as usual with Avengers, the problem are the glitches. Dr. Awkward GED just tagged me and is basically saying he's uninstalling because he's having a bunch of bugs. I occasionally run into a bug where I'm about to throw the hammer with Mighty Thor, and the character all of a sudden freezes, and I'm not able to move at all. I can jog. I can't attack. I can't do anything, and it's just a thing that pops up. People have been having issues picking up orbs. You know, it's just the usual stuff with Avengers that they need to clean up. You know, some of the bugs have been good, of course, like that cryo hazard exploit, but other stuff is just typical Avengers being Avengers. So
You should see.
they gotta clean it up.
You should see what my people in my Discord were trying to figure out last night. There's some crazy like Unibeam canceling stuff that's going on right now. I don't know if you guys know about it, but like there's some wild stuff that's being worked on. And
well, if it's Iron Man, how would I know?
Well, Jay, maybe you should.
I know they. I know there was mention on the Discord that like there's missile spam that people love to do in the raid is being maybe looked at.
Oh no.
The raid times is about to go down, y'all.
I think they'll do the Fortnite double shotgun thing. You know how like you used to be able to like double pump with 2 shotguns? You probably just make it so there's like a cooldown to switch between weapons, which is lame. That's really lame.
Okay, not so spicy question, but this is a question that I'm kind of interested in knowing. The lack of story campaign to play for Jane Foster. They gave us this cool, tacky on riff story about her and her universe or multiverse or dimension or whatever you want to call it, where her and Loki team up and take on Odin. That just seems like a perfect villain sector, a Loki villain sector. You know what I mean? And it's not there. There's no campaign to go with it. It's actually a little less than Spider-Man got, because at least you got to talk to the girl in the anthill and do some things with Spider-Man. So I'm gonna start with you again, Kaz. Lack of story campaign, bro. How does that
Casual. Come on, feel the hate, Casual. I know you feel it.
He's got it in him. He does.
He does.
Unlock it.
Yeah, come on, Casual.
I'll pull the curtain back a little bit and tell you something straight from a source close to the game. They didn't do Loki because High Ruler has been telling them for months that people will hate it.
It's always my fault, eh? That's crazy.
But honestly, like I said, this was a downgrade from what we got with Spider-Man. I don't even really remember what her objectives were. Like, it was shorter than Spider-Man in steps, but it was boring. I understand they're trying stuff, but I think they still need to go back to the drawing board and work to find that middle ground between lesser content and as far as story, but engage in, objectives and things like that. So it's like, if you're going to just drop them in the game with no mission content, no villains or anything like that, the things that you want us to do with them at least have to be interesting. So I don't want to do, whatever attack 40 times against whatever enemy 40 times and stuff like that. That's boring. And, they still got, room to improve with that and work to do. But, I guess it's worse is my answer. I would say.
Okay. Slice Stardust, lack of story campaign to play. What you got for me, bro?
So, in an ideal universe, we'd go to Asgard. In the different universe, we'd fight Mad Odin in some massive mission, and that would be absolutely incredible. Cutscenes galore, right? But I think that the reason that, like, at least in this case, I'm all right with it is because the audio files, man, the voice acting was fantastic.
Yes.
Like, I put all of them into a video, and I was watching Synchro listen to him, and he started crying on stream, and like, they were powerful. Like, I don't normally sort of pay too much attention to them, really, because like my attention span's awful, but I had to for the video, and I was like, I'm gonna have to mute myself. So I mean, if they can sort of keep up that level of quality with that, but just make it more fun to get to those audio files rather than like hit an enemy with, I don't know, 30 God Blasts and run around in a circle 20 times and jump 5. Like, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. I feel like I'd be pretty happy with that. I think that a good middle ground would be an intro mission, right? And then we can go to all the other stuff after that. I think that's a good middle ground.
Okay. Ruler, what you got, bro?
I actually don't mind if they just literally drop heroes in just as they are. But I think the compromise for that would have to be like kind of what they want to do for the back half of the year, which is like move the story along and like content drops just for the story. I think it's a little jarring right now because of like we're kind of all still waiting for this like Kree invasion build up kind of thing and everything. I would much rather them try to like force their way into that narrative like as soon as possible instead of doing like the splinter off into this thing or to this thing, because like I don't know how you guys feel, but like obviously looking back at like War for Wakanda, would you guys rather War for Wakanda, or would you guys rather like the speed running towards like the Kree invasion? You know what I mean? Like it's been on everyone's like minds and tables and just focusing on it, and it's just like it feels like it's still so far out of reach that like I don't mind if they're like, okay, we're gonna drop you this hero, this hero, this hero, and then like we're also gonna give you story content that's gonna like zoom you there as soon as we can. I would much rather that. So I don't really personally care.
Okay. J Shotglass.
It's kind of a complex answer because, we're led to believe that this is something they did because they were able to put it together, fairly quickly, while also working on other stuff that they had to shift around. So in that regard, yeah, it's been such a long time. It does seem like it's a little bit of a letdown because it is just a character, but it's not like they didn't tell us that, like I feel like they did what they said they were going to do with this. Now the question is, are they going to be able to take advantage of all the other work they did along the way and get things to a place where, the payoff is that this is ready now, this is ready now, this is ready now, you know what I mean? So I think as it stands, the way they did it was fine for me. Because they said up front, even way back to when Miller leaked it, like everybody said up front, we should have all been prepared that this is what it was going to be, and that's exactly what it was. Like I think High Religious said, in a perfect world, or maybe it was Stardust who used the in a perfect world phrase. Yeah, all right, it's easy to get you two mixed up.
Racist.
I'm way better looking.
I have hair.
I'm not from England.
Wow.
Anyway, but like in a perfect world, yeah, it would have been nice to do all those things. That sounds awesome, but also one of like the Achilles heels of the Avengers community is falling in love with all of our wild ideas of what could have been, and then taking it out on, the game itself.
Okay.
I'm just not. I'm not even gonna look at him, to be honest with you. So,
so that what you got to follow that up and wrap this little segment up, boss?
Yeah. So Marvel's Avengers, even though the idea seemed to be like Marvel's Destiny, it's obviously nowhere near Marvel's Destiny. If Marvel's Destiny had been realized, it would be probably without question, the biggest game in the world. And we'd
all be millionaires.
Legitimately. But I'm okay. Going forward, I don't think it's acceptable to drop a character without at least one additional mission, or hopefully there's some replayable multiplayer content that's added later in the year to make those drops seem better. But ideally, you should have at least something else to go with the character. I didn't mind it with Jane because the circumstances seem to be kind of like, oh well, if you believe Miller and all his fake leaks, it was something going on behind the scenes involving a certain green superhero in Marvel games, and Jane was kind of like last minute kind of turnaround type of deal. So they don't have anything to go along with it. So I'm fine with that, especially if the gap between Jane and the next content, Cloning Labs and the interlude is like August, I'd say, if that's fine. But if we're going to be waiting, 2 or 3 months and all we're going to have is a hero event, well, no, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Yeah. Especially if it's an Echo character.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, for me, I personally have enjoyed Jane. I played Marvel's Avengers more than I've played it in a long time, and I'm actually looking forward to finishing off her challenge card, which I still have. Spider-Man's challenge card that I haven't done he just wasn't fun for me. Jane is actually pretty damn fun. Leveling her up was cool. I mean, I kind of halfway did the cheese where just buying a bunch of vendor gear. But then, I mean, once I actually started playing her, I realized she's not Thor. You know what I mean? She's a version of Thor, but I play them completely different. I have like I was streaming yesterday and I got to a point where I was fighting Maestro and it took me like forever in the day to beat Maestro. And Sadat, I think it was Sadat, was like, dude, you just need to, you know, pretty much raise your valor, get your milk in you, and you be straight. And I literally did that, just changed up my gear, and I wrecked the dude Taskmaster in like 15 seconds, spinning the damn hammer around. Like Jane is a monster. She's fun to play. But after I'm done with her challenge card, after I get her to literally like 160, what else is there to do? You know what I mean? I'm looking. That's the next question, actually. So we'll just do a quick commercial, real quick. Holler at the homegirl Spring. She gonna tell y'all. I don't know.
High Roller is trying to holler.
He's got the horny grip. He's
Lord.
like,
don't
289-200.
Stop.
The only thing you can answer to the questions I ask. Fire or trash, fire or trash. The only thing you can answer to the
Hey guys, it's Spring. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. So why don't you look your best by rocking your very own Fire Trash t-shirt? Where to get it, you might ask? Go to financialfelons.com and use code DOOM for 15% off. Support your favorite team and look fly doing it. Take a picture in your shirt and send it to us at DoomSquad_DSG on Twitter, and we will be sure to shout you out. I'll be looking forward to seeing your swag. Don't forget, use code DOOM at checkout for your 15% off. See you soon, and let the good times roll.
fire or trash, fire or trash. The only thing you can answer to the questions I ask. Fire or trash.
Bro, what's wrong with you?
Me? What's wrong with me?
We gotta start calling you Down Ruler. Holy,
holy! all right.
I would like to tell a story in Lego. Okay, so this is the new. This might segue into whatever we might be talking about next. Not that I saw any kind of an itinerary or anything like that or an agenda, but this is from the new Lego set. All right, it's got the new Thor suit, and as you can see, he has Mjolnir and Stormbreaker, right? And then also from that same set, you have Jane Foster who has a twig.
Why did you take Mjolnir from Jane Foster and give him to Thor?
Yes,
she only deserves a twig.
Oh my God.
She only needs a twig to be stronger anyway.
That's so that was my story. Now,
now are you? Is that really you're done with the story, or are you about to break into an MCU rant?
Well, here's Gore. He has a sword.
Dude, okay. Let's talk
numbers. This is Strong Bad. Does anybody remember Strong Bad?
No, who's that?
Oh, he's.
Let's talk numbers real quick, guys.
Thor got nerfed pretty hard, yeah.
I remember Strong Bad.
It
was that
critical
interactive game.
Yeah,
critical throw.
Let's talk numbers. YouTube has been going crazy with as far as streaming, as far as video upload numbers, as far as interaction, as far as everything. I mean, you can drop something in your content tab and it's getting likes, it's getting views, it's getting interaction.
You can just randomly throw Wolverine, Null, Storm in your thumbnails and say Marvel Avengers.
I can't believe someone out there is clickbaiting people like that, and I thought we finally got rid of Super Rebel. Crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I saw Casual Avenger just mocking people like that.
I'm sorry, Kaz.
I mean, to be fair,
don't do you this, bro.
To be fair, at least he had Storm in his thumbnail. An actual smoke show.
I'm waiting for Kaz. After I've just thrown Kaz under the bus, I'm waiting for his hand to reach and bring me down with him. Just before these final wheels hit me.
Speaking of Storm, I enjoyed your Wolverine video. It's like Stardust.
Yo,
you guys are making it harder for all of us.
Stop. Y'all evil, bro. Kaz. Numbers on YouTube. Let's talk YouTube specifically right now. Since the announcement of Jane, Anything Jane related that you've dropped? How has it been looking?
Honestly, people get more excited about stuff that doesn't revolve around Jane.
Oh
At least as
wow.
far as my content. Like if
Mm.
you like, I put Captain Marvel in the thumbnail, but obviously I was talking about it, but that took off. You put Jane in there, it's like that. That might do a little better than putting MODOK in the thumbnail.
Imagine that.
Those are the facts. Those are
No,
literally
I
the
hear
facts.
you. I hear you. That's crazy.
I mean,
Slice starter.
they perform, but it's like if you put She-Hulk, Winter Soldier, Captain Marvel, somebody people will actually want to see, like War Machine.
Whoa, that's
Well,
another question right there. We're gonna get to that. Hold, let me write that down. Okay, Slice Stardust. Numbers as far as YouTube is concerned for you. Jane in the thumbnail and in the title, content revolving around Jane. How's it looking?
So it's not bad. It's
Mhm.
pretty it's pretty average, but like Casual said, it is the case of like if there's talk about, I don't know, Wolverine can't come to the game because he's not an Avenger, and I do a video on that, and I could put Wolverine in the title, 8,000 in like not even a day. Jane Foster probably like 3K. You know what I mean? Like the people, a lot of the times people want to hear like a news about the next update, not necessarily caring about Jane, right? So in the comments it will be like, okay, great, but when's Cloning Labs? Okay, great, where's Winter Soldier? Like, and then you'll use that to sort of like people will come and watch because everyone's just commenting, when's the next update?
Wow. Okay. Go ahead, Ruler. You're good.
Yeah, just really quick for like YouTube. I guess for like Sadat does a lot of like video, like news video stuff, right? With Super News. Is that just like indicative of like the community itself, like wanting what's next instead of like baking around for like what we have? Like it always feels like there's always that desire for like the next thing, right? So
The
do you
hunger
think
for
like
more.
yeah, do you think it's like tied specifically to Jane, or do you think it's tied specifically to like the behavior of the audience?
So if it's all right, so my sort of response to that is back when I had a lot lesser sort of a following and Spider-Man was on the way. Obviously, popularity between Jane and Spider-Man are like two different beasts by right, you know.
Yeah.
So so my Spider-Man videos were doing way better, and people were just excited to see him. They weren't like, okay, next, because it's Spider-Man, right? Whereas Jane Foster, I feel like for a lot of people, it was a case of like, I can't wait for this to be out so we can hear about what's next, right? So whenever there was an update thing of it, it was like people watch to just support, people will watch because they like Avengers, and then you get people who just like Jane Foster. But for the most part, my comments were looking a lot like, okay, next.
Okay. Okay. Ruler, you even done anything on Jane?
I streamed like 2 days. Numbers were pretty good, and then I dipped. I played Hitman the other night. Hitman was pretty cool. I played Mafia. Everyone go play Mafia. That was pretty cool too.
Okay. Okay. So not really. You say it did hit though when you streamed, or
yeah.
Okay. Jay Shockblast. I saw a couple of your. I was in a couple of your streams. You had a few hundred in there. The two that I was in. So how are numbers as far as Jane is concerned? Is your channel?
Before Jane came out, when I was streaming, I feel like I've gotten a bit of a bump because of it. I think I took a little bit of a break, like to go play Lego Star Wars and stuff like that. So it's not Lego Star Wars numbers, but it's doing all right. I think I'm not like, I guess I'm not too worked up with it because it's not like my main source of traffic. I'm just always kind of in the moment and just doing whatever feels good, and this feels good right now. So I think for me, it's just a matter of I'm enjoying it, and I think people are just there to enjoy it with me, and that's all I'm really looking for. I'm not like necessarily whatever happens. I'm kind of a fly by the seat of my pants kind of guy.
Gotcha. Sadat, you in your stream had like 15K on the dev stream. And is that which one it was? It was the dev stream that was 15K in there.
It was the day that they dropped the deep dive.
Deep dive. That's what it was. The deep dive. That's crazy. That was your highest, right?
1,500, 500 more than my day one Spider-Man stream.
Okay. So can you say You think Jane is bumping your numbers right now or nah?
Oh, I was eating good off cake. Bruh.
It is funny how YouTube is doing so much better than Twitch.
Let me tell you, bro.
I think there's actually like I think that's a whole other conversation to have because I think you'd have to look at like the trends in the directories of like Twitch and like what's popular there versus like
YouTube's pretty different when they and Twitch is in that
yeah, like if you look at like Twitch, it's a lot of like IRL and like PvP focused games versus like YouTube. I think like it's very hard to have like a PvE focused game and for it to do well, right? Like if I'm looking right now at the top games, the first one I see that's like PvE focused, Monster Hunter, and that's just coming off a new expansion. Minecraft, Lost Ark, but that's also PvP. Like PvE games just don't do well on Twitch. Like PvE games, they just don't. I think it's a cultural thing on Twitch versus YouTube, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely have no complaints about Jane. I always get more traffic when there's actually something to talk about, and there was something to talk about Jane, and they was loving Jane. I got like what?
Cash check, private chat. Go ahead, say that.
I got like 13K people just posting like my. I just posted the Jane interaction with Captain America that got 13K. I just literally just posting Jane's dialogues. I could get thousands of views. I got 10K just literally showing people how to unlock Jane, and it's just literally me recording myself going into the game, and going to the war table, and unlocking Jay Foster, and that's like 11,000 right now. Then
I've been kind of lazy.
I got like 15,000 just streaming Jane on DLC day. So I'm doing well with the Cake Foster content.
Cake Foster, baby.
Can't wait for that Thor to drop.
Twitch, yo. I've noticed that if you're not Lejeune, it's not popping over there like that for it's Jane Foster. I don't understand what it is. I ended up with I think about 100 people in my stream yesterday, and it was literally because I got raided by Lejeune, who had like 245 people in his stream, and then Mammoth Eagle, who had about 30 some odd people in his stream. They both raided me, so that's how I got my numbers up. But before that, I think I was sitting at like 25 viewers strong. You know what I mean? That's pretty good for me because I'm not really on Twitch like that. But what is going on over there? Is it? I guess I can go back to Hyrula's question and I'll ask it like this: are people just not really interested in seeing Jane? And I'll start with you, Cash.
I think it's a kind of mixed bag. Like Avengers exist inside a bubble clearly, and when they go outside of that bubble, that's when you get hit with, are people still playing this and that it's a dead game and stuff like that. But like I was gonna say, while my regular day-to-day videos with Jane don't, like they perform at average, but the day that I streamed her, that was my biggest stream to date. So it's like, people are interested in new content, so they don't really want to keep hearing about the build up to content. They want, fresh news, I guess. And like Hyrule was saying, like on Twitch, if you're anybody else hear that?
Yeah.
That's my bird. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that.
I'm like, we all have pets.
By bird, he means hostage.
Oh my God. Spring, you okay? You okay? Blink twice.
That's the squeaking of Spring's boots going up the stairs.
Bro, but yeah, I think just like on Twitch specifically, like it's just not that big of a game over there. Like if it's not Warzone or something like that, it's just not going to pull them numbers. I don't know where June is getting his numbers. He I think it's the music. June got the vibes going over there. So,
it's got the vibes, chat vibes.
But unless you Lejeune or you got the connects like streams like Batman, you're just not going to pull in that kind of audience. So it's like I don't know what to tell you.
This is my favorite inside joke, by the way. Like,
if people
those are
ever
y'all-
figured out who that was, you know we would probably. Man, let me stop. Anyway,
Those are only options, man.
like you know, all you had to do is play it cool, man. You're in on it.
Slice Stardust. Can you answer Hyrula's question? Are people really interested in Jane, or is it you thinking what's next because Jane isn't that popular?
I don't know, because like again, like Casual said, it's that whole Avengers in a have you bots the secret.
Yo, hook me up. Give me that discount code.
He needs it, June, to do charity
It's
work.
tough out there, man.
What's up, June?
Games I'm playing.
What's up, Junebug?
But no, I don't think it's the fact that people like. So if we're comparing YouTube and Twitch as well, I think that like, I think it's more of the case of on YouTube, especially, right? You've already got a following there that will see your stream from videos, right? So you start streaming, you've already got a base for the most part, right? Whereas on Twitch, you're growing exclusively on those streams. So unless you are Lejeune, which to be fair on Twitch is kind of the go-to, right? Especially for like casual Avengers people, they'll see like, not casual Avenger, you know what I mean? Like they'll see Lejeune and they'll be like, well, I'm obviously going to go in there. This guy clearly knows what he's doing, because numbers make you legitimate, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's the same, but whereas YouTube, people already know Kaz from his videos. People already know Sadat from his mental high-numbered videos. Like people know Jay, me, etc. Yourself. So I think that's like I think it will probably be the same with a lot of characters. I think the Kree invasion could drop tomorrow with Captain Marvel and 20 other new heroes, and I think we'd probably see similar results, just with the numbers obviously being a lot higher for everyone.
Right.
But yeah, that's so I don't know if I'd blame it on Jay necessarily. I think it's just Twitch.
Okay. Well, I mean, day 1 and 2, it actually hit 1,100 and 1,200 on those first 2 days when she dropped. So that was pretty cool, because I haven't seen it even, I think, since Spider-Man, which was December. That's when Spider-Man dropped, right? Was December?
Very late November,
30th.
but yeah, basically December.
November 30th.
Yeah. See, so it's been months that it even hit a 1K, you know, even with the events from the community, even when, you know, Lejeune made his ultimate return to Avengers, it never hit 1K like that, you know what I mean? So that was actually pretty good. But I'm gonna have Hyrule answer his own question. Are people just not interested in Jane like that, bro? Like,
I just think people on Twitch, like Twitch viewership just doesn't give a shit about.
You good, we good.
Doesn't give a crap about PvE style games, man. They just don't. They really truly don't. Unless it's a brand new game. Cuphead just had their DLC launch. That's at 36,000 viewers. Give it a week. It's gonna go down to a couple thousand, right? Like, it's just the nature of the beast of like the way the platform works. And I think like let me echo Mr. Duck and Weave. Like, if you're on Twitch, you got to make content elsewhere, right? Like, it's just the nature of it, right? YouTube has the innate ability to recommend people that are already interested in that content to your streams. Twitch kind of has it with like recommended channels, but it doesn't work the same. It's not as effective, which is why you don't see that level of engagement on Twitch streams that you do on YouTube. And it just kind of is the nature of the beast when it comes to Marvel's Avengers. I don't think it's specifically Jane. I don't think it's specifically the game. I think it's just the nature of like, people don't really care to watch PvE stuff unless it's like some of the most high level raiding in like World of Warcraft, or like a day 1 raid in Destiny, or you know, whatever. Like, it just doesn't move. It doesn't move the needle, right? Like, it really doesn't. And that's just really what it is.
Okay, Jay, you want to comment on that?
I think what we're seeing is that people are here for Marvel's Avengers and people are here for us, you know? That's why whenever Lejeune turns on, you know, he's going to get all those people there for Avengers, because people want to see Lejeune play Avengers. People want to see Sadat play Avengers. Nobody wants to see High Ruler play Avengers, especially on Twitch.tv.
It's
So-
true. They want to see me play other things. I agree.
It's that TTS he's got, man. He's reeling in bits from that.
Yo, High Ruler, your hat, bro. Hold on. Can we get a close up of that? I'm pulling everybody up so we can get a close up of his hat real quick. Hold on. That's actually dope, bro.
Yeah, it's cool.
Tell the people where they can get that.
I didn't think I was gonna do like a sponsor segment tonight, guys. But I'll put it on my Twitter if you go to High Ruler Live. I don't know if I can post this in the chat. Hold on. But I make $5. I make $5 off of each hat. Okay. If you guys want to order one, go for it. If you don't, it's cool. But I wear one, and I'm gonna pull all the maidens. And if you want to pull maidens like me in the summer, gotta have one of these.
Yo, this man said maidens. I'm sorry, I can't do.
Well,
he's gonna make High Ruler themed boots to give to spring.
Two things. Okay,
Yes.
I was mid thought. All right.
And he lost it because he's old.
No, and number two, I confirmed bought one of those hats.
That's true. He did.
So, and Evie will be wearing it soon. That's what I
True.
promised him. Anyway, I did not really forget. I was complimenting Sadat the gamer before he was rude to me. I think that's I think that's what it is, because like even right now, Doom, like you've got us all together here, and there's 175 people watching, and only 42 have clicked the like button. So what the fuck is your problem, people? Hit the like button. Anyway.
Spring, tell them to hit the dang on like button.
What's shaking, people? It's your girl Spring. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. If you enjoy the content, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and share the video. It's an easy way to help the squad grow and give you more fire content, shows, and events. This is your DSG brand ambassador, Spring, and you know the motto, let the good times roll.
I was not done talking again!
Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
No, I give up. Scott, what do you think?
That's my J-Shock glass button. It's still in the plastic.
No.
It's in the plastic.
Collector's item.
Yes. It will not get dusty. Shop at jshockglass.com. Go ahead, bro.
That does actually exist. And that does take you to my YouTube.
Anyway, so I don't think that it's about Jane Foster or even PvE. There's some degree of that, but my experience on Twitch, it's mainly about to get in the weeds. There's not just the technical difference between YouTube and Twitch. YouTube obviously vastly superior, in my opinion, in terms of overall discoverability. That's why pretty much everyone that's good on Twitch has some kind of presence elsewhere that's driving them toward Twitch. Like it's not just for PvP games. You got Outriders. It's a PvE game, but you'll still have someone like Moxie pulling in 2,000 concurrents on Twitch, just streaming Outriders, running expeditions. So the reason why Lejeune gets so many views on his Twitch when he's streaming Marvel's Avengers is because, one, Jane Foster does drive a lot of interest. Whenever there's a new hero or new content, there's increased interest in the game. But also, Lejeune has a YouTube presence where he has, like 20,000 subscribers. He regularly posts videos, so he has content where he can drive people off of that platform where he has a presence over to Twitch. And I feel like you're not seeing a big bump for a lot. I expect you'd still see a bump with Marvel's Avengers Twitch streamers if they're playing Jane Foster, but you're not going to see massive numbers because they're not massive creators and a lot most of them don't even post on YouTube, and if they do, they don't have this super optimized channel like a casual Avenger or a J Shock Blast. So it's really, I think it's more so about the creators and how they're utilizing their brand and marketing themselves rather than just Jane Foster not being interesting to people or PvE games.
I think that's a really good point too. Like, it's not that Jane Foster is not driving traffic, because she definitely is. Anything new in this game is gonna bring people back a little bit. But I think what this game is proven, like for better or worse, is the people that want to love this game. People want to watch this game, and there is a pool of people to kind of pick from, and they are gonna watch, whether it's any of us. I feel like the game at this point has its established people. One thing that I will say, though, that we found out this week that Twitch does do better is rating.
Definitely.
Because YouTube added rating, and it is
dog water.
Like, it is just, I derailed Sadat just trying to like send over like the 90 people I had over to his stream. You know what I mean? But like, I think like it's a little bit of everything, like I do think people are genuinely interested in seeing how Jane is. When I've been streaming, people ask a lot about her, and it's definitely there. And I think that's why we're seeing a little bit of a bump, because it is something new in a sea of not a lot of, newness. But yeah, sorry.
No, you're good.
I was in, why am I apologizing? You interrupted me like 4 times.
Yeah, purposely too. Operations, villain sectors, and OLTs and raids.
Oh my.
Yeah, oh my. Also, let's talk about. So about a week ago, Miller, the man, shout out to the dude Miller, said that She-Hulk was not going to be the next hero coming out, even though her, they lined it up to where her show was dropping, she was gonna drop in the Avengers. Also, I think it was 2 days ago.
Well, he finally revealed that.
Mr. Brian Wagner said that the next hero will not be an Echo hero. It's something new. The only thing that I can think of is the Winter Soldier, Bucky.
I'm glad I don't have to sit on that anymore. Holy.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, it is what it is. Kaz, you want to go? I mean, you kind of a news. I mean, actually, 1, 2, 3. Y'all got 4 news people on here right now. But I'm gonna start with you, Kaz. Are you in agreement that you thinking it's Bucky, or who do you have up on the plate if it's not Bucky?
That has been a rumor that's been gaining some traction lately, especially now that it's quite clear that they won't have She-Hulk in time with her show unless that gets delayed. Right. But yeah, I can definitely see them moving Winter Soldier up, especially since they moved away from operational content. So it's like you don't have to have a full-blown story with cutscenes and everything. So you can kind of squeeze him in under a different narrative. So maybe he's involved with cloning labs or something like that. We don't know, but I can definitely see him moving up in the timeline. And like I said, I won't complain. Not getting them at all.
It's like Stardust, Bucky or somebody different.
So, just really quick, I think like when Brian was talking about, it will be a new hero, I feel like it was talking about Echo as in like similar moves and stuff like that. I think that like he could have said that and it still be She-Hulk, right? Because we heard from Miller that she's not going to have like the same move set, right? It's going to be quite different. But obviously it's still a Hulk, you know what I mean? In a different way. But I'm not sure, because there's been some talk about mystery character, maybe, there's been kind of the talk about who's coming first and stuff like that. Like the stuff that I've been told is like one person saying this, another person saying this to one person, which, but I think like if they can't make it for the show, might as well put Bucky in there. Makes sense. He's got nothing else to tie into the MCU for the rest of the year, unless he's in like Black Panther 2. Yeah, it just makes most sense. So I think if they're not going to do She-Hulk, it will be Bucky. Yeah.
Ruler, what you got, boss?
I'm going Captain Marvel.
Why?
I don't have her. You know what? I just want to be different. Okay, we keep hearing about these 3 characters: She-Hulk, Winter Soldier, Captain Marvel. Okay, and I'm sure we're all going to be in agreement that it is probably going to be Bucky. But I want to be different today, and I'm going to say that it's going to be Captain Marvel. Okay, I dare to believe on this panel, Doom.
Okay, I'll let you dare to believe, bro.
Thank you, sir.
Jay Shock Blast, what you got for me, my guy?
Well, as you're going to see in my next stream in the thumbnail, it's going to be Batman.
Oh God.
Not the light stream version.
Sadat, go ahead and talk to me, bro.
Well, I agree with the casual Avengers scoop. The next hero is going to be Storm, if we're going by his thumbnail.
I need a bell for shame. Shame.
The shade is what it is.
Don't let him do you like that, Cass. All right, don't let him do you.
Yo, guess who joined the party? But go ahead.
Mr. Imagine is here, I believe. But so let me peel the curtain back a little bit of what I was told the situation is. So essentially, the issue seemed to have been that there was a general toss-up between She-Hulk and Winter Soldier in the development pipeline. And Miller assumed that it would be She-Hulk because it made sense marketing-wise. But there was a delay related to, reportedly could have been a delay with Marvel Games, but there was always could have gone either way. And apparently there was at a point where they decided we're gonna, after they did Jane, they were like, we're gonna do Winter Soldier first because we want to kind of break this narrative of a samey character, like two Thors, two Hawkeyes, then there's gonna be, two Hawks. So that's why I'm hearing that Bucky was supposed to be next in the pipeline. Everything I've heard about Captain Marvel is that she's definitely much further out than the other two. And
Dare to believe.
And is not happening. But there is another possible character. But this would be an Echo character. So
what character would that be?
So
Doc
I wouldn't
Samson.
So I wouldn't put that out to be any. Well, it's basically Ironheart, but I don't think that would be any time in the next.
If they put Ironheart in the game before War Machine, that would be hell. There would be hell.
Yeah.
But
Ironheart is supposed to be in Wakanda forever,
and she was in the files. She was data mined as well,
bruh.
So it would
This is
actually
chaos.
Let's get it popping real quick.
Let's go. That's the June. We go crazy, baby. You know what the deal is.
I need to give the June some better production. Holy.
Gamma with that plasma status. You know that is still sick. Brooklyn rolling through the streets, finishing with a shield kick.
You had prep time, sir.
That's the first one shot kill with hope. No cap. Oh, you looking for some tips and tricks that'll help you get better? Have you ready for that one yelling Wakanda forever? Never back down, make it bone shake and shiver. Unload a full bag of tricks and Hawkeye's quiver. That widow turn invisible, power surge damage critical. I'll bust her up with Iron Man, show you why he's invincible. Damn, homie, they ain't ready for this. Scatter shot, I'm working her worse than slitting your wrist. Get subscribe, smash like, ring the bell, stay tuned. Now without further ado, here's the duel of June.
What up, LeJune? How you doing, good sir?
That intro is tough. I ain't lying.
It would be tough. It would be tougher if he upped the quality. What are you doing, bro?
140p.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool.
It's about the music, though.
The disrespect, bro.
Are you serious right now?
My intro's so clean and you could hear everything, and it doesn't sound like.
It doesn't sound like you recorded it off of car stereo.
And you want to talk? Anybody else want to say something smart?
It was.
I heard Hyrule say something.
Yeah, I said it was really good, Casual Avenger. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say I liked it.
I think you should kick him off anyway.
What's good with it, June? How you doing, bro?
What's good? Y'all can hear me good or no?
Yeah,
no, it's awful, bro.
Okay, cool.
I mean, it
cool.
sounds like you're in the refrigerator right now, but it's cool. I mean,
I know. I'm talking through my AirPods right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm not home right now.
Obviously, you rolling right now, but real quick, I'm gonna ask you the same questions I asked them boys, and then we're gonna get it popping. New addition, Jane Foster. How you liking her?
Jane is tough. I like her. Ever since that critical throw nerf, I ain't gonna lie, I think James is overall better. Even though, but you know,
Take that,
I
J
mean,
Shot Blast.
Thor still got God Blast. I mean, not God Blast, Bifrost. So,
My
I mean, he still
Bifrost's
got
been
that.
broke for months, though. Like, I can't even get more than 200 points on my Bifrost, good sir. So,
Yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, after that Bifrost, I just feel like James is overall better. But
okay, what makes her better than you?
I like her in like her overcharge, because you know how when Thor goes into overcharge, if you get hit one time, you completely lose it. But for Jane, you keep it and you don't lose it.
And you can stack it too.
Yeah. So like, that's probably the one thing that's better. I could guess in the ultimate, I guess you could say, but
Don't
that's
say
pretty
that
much
too
it.
loud. They might take it away.
That is true.
Well, if it's gonna get nerfed, it's gonna get nerfed. What don't you like about Jane? If there's anything you don't like about
her, I guess I don't. I guess her overcharge. It benefits range more than melee.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you get one little tab in there for melee to do some more damage, but that's pretty much it. The rest is just completely built for range, and melee needs love, and they keep catering to range. So,
lack of story for you, bro.
Come on now, you know me, bro. Like,
He just dropped a whole rant about how he don't care about your stories.
Yeah, granted, I know it's Marvel, all that, but like, bro, it's a multiplayer game. I know they could probably fit some story bits in there, but man, like, I'm only gonna play that one time, bro. So.
Jane's heroics, the all weapon, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
How do you play that personally? Do you use the twirl the hammer technique, or are you still slinging it?
Oh yeah, I use the hammer spin.
You hammer spinning for the damage, okay. Actually, let's go around the board with that. You hammer spinning it in her ultimate, or you throwing the hammer still, Cass?
Both.
You doing both? Okay. Stardust, what you doing?
I'm doing ranged.
Oh. Sadat.
I usually throw the hammer to set up the pinpoint payload. Then I pop the alt, which also pops the pinpoint payload. And then I'm spinning the winning.
Spinning the win. Okay. June, you said you spinning, right?
Yeah. Oh, I want to give somebody some sauce. So if you got flawless buff on Jane, Warrior's Fury and the ultimate can proc that damage buff, even though it's meant for melee.
Oh. Wow. Oh, that's weird though, actually. Because
it is.
Yeah. You shouldn't have said that. Ruler, if when you were playing with Jane those couple of days, were you spinning the hammer or throwing it in her ult?
Throwing it.
Jay, range or melee for you in the ult?
I must spin to win, mostly because I was the only way I could get vibranium damage, and I needed to do 3,000 vibranium hits.
You started during the vibranium. Okay.
Yeah, I do like that's just the way I like to play Thor in general. So it's like it's just second nature for me.
Okay. Gear breakdown, boys. Before we get into this, operations, villain sectors, OLTs, and raids. Oh my!
Here, let me do you a favor. I'm gonna go take a bathroom break.
Did I cut him off again and didn't realize it?
No, he just doesn't.
He's not very good at gear. So
he doesn't care.
Yeah.
He's a casual.
Okay. Casual, who's actually not a casual when it comes to stuff. Gear breaking down, bro. What is a must-have for Jade Foster for you?
I honestly forgot the name of it. It's one of her heroic pieces. I think it's Idrisil something.
Reek the Idrisil.
Yeah, that's the only good piece I've come across so far. I haven't really I just did the raid with her for the first time today. So
okay.
I'm not the man to see about her gear.
Okay. Stardust, what you got?
It's not a must-have, but I think it's really cool. The I don't know what the name is because it's a real long name. It's like 5-word name for it. But basically, when you do the ultimate, it does a cryo hazard around you, and it doesn't just look like a glow from the Bifrost. It's literally like ice. Like, it looks really detailed in a lot of places. I mean, sometimes it looks really bad, but other places it's like really nice and detailed. And I just think like stuff like that, visual effects on perks is like a win. Like, I love stuff like that. So just for that alone, I would try and get it. Can't remember where I got it from. It might be priority missions, but I feel like Sadat would probably know about that more than I would.
Sadat, what you got for me? Must have piece of gear for Jay.
Wreath of Yggdrasil, it drop. It's a epic. You can buy it from the vendor. If it's not at the vendor now, use the offline. Another vendor piece. Her best pieces seem to be in the slot 4, outside of the raid, which you want the best one seem to be the slot 1 just for that spin to win. You could also get a faultless vibranium payload from Wakanda from it. You got that faultless buff on the raid slot too, but her heroic pieces seem to be the best. The Wreath of Yggdrasil, Thor has the same. A similar ability is the legendary version of another one of her slot 4 exotics. June was farming for this from the villain sectors. I think it's Girdle of the Allfather. It has the exotic version lets you drop intrinsic orbs when you do the God Blast, and it also has that 300% supercharged perk, but you get it when you're overcharged instead of Wreath of Yggdrasil, where you can get it as long as you're pressing R2 to activate All Mother's Blessing. But there's a legendary version of that which you could get from the vendor, which in my opinion might be a little better in some ways, because instead of that last perk where you're getting the intrinsics, you're getting a heroic charge, the Berserker heroic charge, where 16 hits give you a charge burst. So even though you're not getting overcharged as fast, you're getting more. You're getting more out of that heroic charge burst. So you're not missing out on all those extra heroics. So the one Stars was referring to is her Apex slot 4. I think it's Cincture of Asgardian Scion. Overall, you don't need the piece. The only reason to get the piece is because it's currently bugged. So if you get the piece, you'll get the cryo hazard even if you don't have it on. And the cryo hazard is the best part about it. So just get the piece and then put it on and then throw it away for a locker, because the cryo hazard is pretty good. The rest of the piece is pretty mid compared to some of our other options. And we still don't know the elite raid gear, how that's going to look. We got a preview from Alex. Some of it looked interesting. While the stats were dog water. It's funny that even CD sucks at RNG when they're trying to show off the gear. Good. But so far, those are some of the things I would recommend you want on your Jane.
There's this one piece that I found. I think it is in the slot 4 spot, and it allows me to God Blast something. They drop an intrinsic orb, but it also boosts my what's her intrinsic thingy called?
All Mother's Blessing.
No, not that one. The other one. The God.
Is it the one where you overcharge?
Yeah. When
that's
like anytime I kill an enemy while I have the God Tempest on, like it makes it go longer. Like it, extends it. So by 2.5 seconds per kill. And I think that piece right there is a must-have, because you not only are you staying in, your intrinsic overcharge, every time you kill something, you can just literally kill like a bunch of enemies with the God Blast, and every enemy counts towards your God Tempest. So I think that piece is crazy.
Well, because I think it's the one that gives you a 2.5 second increase to God Tempest when you defeat an enemy. Yeah, that drop. That's her. It drops from. It's the slot 4 that drops from the vaults.
Yeah, I got that yesterday, and it's like I have not taken it off.
It also extends Warrior's Fury.
Yeah, it's by 14 seconds actually.
Yeah.
14. That's crazy, dude. But Lejeune, your must-have gear for Jane Foster before we get into these operations, villain sectors, OLTs, and raids. Oh my!
All right, I had to rush home, so I finally got home. But I would say the one from the villain sectors. That one is nice. Especially the legendary version of it too, because it could drop at the bottom stat like with the 16 hits, with damage buff or heroic charge rate. But yeah, that's probably the one that's really good. I think the exotic version is gonna be once they fix it, the bottom perk, because it's supposed to overcharge your teammates when you do God Blast. Currently, it only works on AI teammates. It doesn't work online. But I already told Alex about that. But once that gets fixed, I think team comp wise, that's gonna be really nice. So you can overcharge, your Iron
Your
Mans.
entire team, yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like that's gonna be nice. And plus, if you hit enemies with your God Blast, they drop an intrinsic orb. So I feel like that's gonna be nice too. So
that specific perk is on multiple of her pieces then. That hitting with
Which
your
one?
God Blast and dropping intrinsic orbs. Because I know I got it on the piece I have, which gives me 2.5 seconds of extra God Tempest and then another 14 seconds of Warrior's Fury. That's the 3 perks.
She has
that I
similar
have.
perks that allow you to drop. She has similar perks across her gear that allow you to drop orbs. Like she has range perks where if you pin an enemy, it'll drop a random orb with the Mjolnir.
yeah.
That's cool.
Well, let me tell you. All right, the thing that I want the most, and what I really wish I knew going into the process was, the next time I buy a house, I'm getting one with 2 bathrooms. Because, I swear to God, every time I'm streaming and I need to go, there's always someone in there.
Why don't you just use your? You don't have 2 bathrooms in your other house?
Yeah, the downtown
my
house.
Keemstar.
Let's
Or am I light? You think I'm light stream Batman?
Hey guys, it's Spring, and I've got a question. Do you want to rock with the best? Well, here's how. Hulk smash that join button and become a member of the squad. Members help propel the Doom Squad forward in this process of content creation, live streams, watch parties, community nights, and giveaways. If you're wondering, well, what do I get for helping out DSG? Here's the cool part. Channel members get access to the members-only section of the Doom Squad Gaming Discord, where you get access to playtime with all the members, early access with no ads to Doom Killer's builds, news, and first impression videos, priority replies during live streams, Excelsior Now podcast, the weekly wrap-up, and all live reaction events. One of the coolest benefits to becoming a member is the members-only giveaways. Get access to Marvel's Avengers credits, DSG gear, PlayStation and Xbox gift cards, and more. Join the channel now and become a member of the squad. This is Perry, your Doom Squad Gaming brand ambassador, and as Doom would say, let the good times roll.
Listen, I don't know how with Casual having his AARP card, he doesn't have to pee during the stream, but some of us are old, okay?
Oh god. Cloning Labs is supposed to be. It's been announced. It's coming. When is Cloning Labs coming? Casual Avengers.
Soon.
When will then be now?
I really want to cut you off the languages right now, okay? But it was funny, dog. I asked for that. I walked right into that.
But I predict August. They said it won't be as quick as the gap between 2.4 and 2.5, so that kind of sets the expectation for August or later. Hoping for August.
Okay, Cloning Labs, Slice Stardust, bro.
So it's kind of interesting because Cloning Labs isn't going to be the next update. Because on Reddit, CD Nikki basically was all about the Monica Villain Sector / Warzone is the first update, which then leads into Labs. So obviously, if it's not the same time, that Warzone could be in August. Cloning Labs could be even after that. So.
Oh god.
He's on that Ukraine internet.
No, you're the only one lagging right now, so that he's fine.
That is true.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know if there was.
Hear me.
I didn't know if there was a bit going on, and I didn't know if I should jump in because I was ready to play along, but I couldn't figure out who was going after who.
No,
but if we're just making fun of Sadat and his Walmart internet, I'm fine.
Bro, I'm done.
No, you're gonna keep going. Let's go.
No, I'm not.
Well, I will say just real quick, just to like bring it
I
back.
think that's
though,
fine.
they made it really odd, right? That it was like it's a war zone. It's a war zone. They wouldn't mention villain sector for some reason, and it was only in Brian's stream where he was like, "Yeah, it's a villain sector in the same scale as Cosmic Cube." I'm like, why not make that a? Why not advertise that then, bro? People love Cosmic Cube.
I do feel like we were told that at one point, and the last time that I was able to talk to anybody. I'm trying to access my notes because I have it in my video if I can find it.
On the blog, like even just the blog though, like they were like, oh, it's a war zone that'll lead, you know, that'll tell us about this or whatever, and it was the weirdest thing. It's like, guys, if it's a villain sector like that people really love, I'd say it's that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
right. No, I hear you.
Damn.
High Ruler, what do you got?
I'll come back. I'm gonna find my notes.
What do you think is coming next? Since it's obviously not cloning labs like I thought it was.
You'll get the Warzone villain sector probably late August, and then probably late September you'll get labs.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask
To
you
the
this
anniversary.
before we switch to the next person, since Lejeune looked like you went and took a shit or something. But
here it is. Okay, so
hold
this
on
is
one second, Jay. Is the villain sector that we're getting MODOK?
No, it's a Monica one. It's Monica, I believe, right, Stardust?
yeah, MODOK
Yeah.
is Cloning Labs boss
Yeah.
fight. Monica's just on her own, so it's like Warzone.
It's like a
beat
preload
Monica.
into
Yeah.
labs. Yeah.
Find out what Labs is up to. You find out what happens to MODOK. You go to Cloning Labs in the next thing.
Which I would imagine then. Sorry, I'll just
you good.
Sidetrack a little bit. I imagine like the lot of the waiting time actually isn't so much to do with labs. It's about building this new villain sector. If it's like a Monica one, it's kind of like intensive, right? There's quite a little bit there. So I imagine like labs is probably close, I would think. But like obviously if they're building out this whole new thing to like tie in, you know, there's obviously a lot more that they have to do there. So that's probably why labs is a little farther off.
So here are my exact notes, okay? Ramping up narrative story, what happens after Wakanda, what happened to AIM, 2 pieces of playable content, Warzone like Cosmic Cube area, not endgame content but challenging for players, talks about what Monica has been up to for the last several months since Claw Raid, new Monica fight, and Cloning Labs, tells an important part of the AIM storyline and why there were so many Taskmasters and Abominations, not as long as Claw Raid, but calling it an Omega level threat, new villain MODOK boss battle being built from the ground up. So that's the 2 different pieces. Those were my exact notes from the last dev call I ever got to be on.
It's interesting because like what I've heard recently, and I don't know, I'm gonna need someone to vouch for me on this one, is that they've now said like labs isn't gonna be completely different than what we've seen. Like for anyone who's been in the know, who saw it all the way back in like September 2020, is that like labs is not gonna be different from what we saw all those years ago.
I mean, sorry, High Roller, just to cut you
Go
off.
for
like,
it. Cut me off.
The photo that they showed, you know, to advertise it, like the beginning.
I wasn't in the
exactly
meeting,
like
but
the start.
I wasn't in the meeting, but I did hear that they couldn't know.
He's like,
Hey, Brad.
I think somebody must have flushed a toilet or something, and it
I have no idea what's going on.
I guess
you were like total like freeze framed. You were like roller skating.
I'm freeze framed.
You were. You know how like sometimes Jane's mouth doesn't move when she talks? That was you.
That's so random. I'm looking at it from on my screen. Everyone is perfect except for Stardust.
Well, that's
weird
to be expected. I mean, you can't fix Mother Nature.
I was going to say that doesn't sound like an internet problem. That sounds.
Yeah. I should clarify. Like for a while, Stardust was in like the same pose, and his internet and his like voice is going like, and that, and.
No, that was literally what yours was doing. Wow, crazy.
All right, so I guess I'm in charge.
This is basically Doom's fault.
So you can go ahead.
Yeah, because he's gone now, and we're all alright. So
yeah, so I guess I'm here to run my show. I actually don't really care about what Sadat has to say. Lejeune, I haven't talked to you in a hot minute.
Racist.
What's up? What's up?
I literally went from you to so.
White supremacy in action.
Yeah. First he came for the women, and now.
This is what white supremacy looks like.
Yeah, it's
How did I just walk in?
So Jay Shockblast is showing us the black face of white supremacy.
Oh god! I'm unsupervised again. Oh my god!
This is why Sadat and I are gonna get our own show someday.
And
we're just gonna get each other canceled. That's what's gonna happen. Like it's literally gonna be a competition. It's gonna be a competition to see which one of us can get the other canceled with our host Casual Avenger.
Oh my god! Lag Dot and JP Blast. I am so done with y'all, bro. Okay,
you're continue.
Well, I don't even know where we at right now in life.
I understand. I carry the show. All right. So let's go ahead and get it together.
Okay.
I was asking Lejeune what he thought because I was, quite frankly, done with Sadat.
No. I mean,
he called me boy as well.
Did I? I kind of wish I did now. At Sadat, the gamer boy.
Y'all so dope.
He said something about they will not replace us. I don't know. I couldn't.
Y'all so dope, bro.
I made a mistake and went to take a drink there. I survived, and so did the rest of my equipment.
Y'all so dope, bro.
I hope your sponsors don't watch the show, Jay.
Why? This is wildly entertaining.
He said you're in the sunken place, right?
That's crazy.
Okay, Lejeune, I think it's okay for you to answer, good sir.
Oh, I mean, it's cool. I mean, I can't wait to do the OLT. It's gonna be a 175.
Yeah, that's right. It is 175.
Yeah,
and I can see it now, bro. Why is it at 175? I can see it. I can just see it now.
Well, there's multiple paths to 175 these days.
And you've had only one of them for like months and months and months to figure it out.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready.
Do it with Thor.
Jay, you actually did have a segment that you wanted to do tonight, so let's go ahead and get into that. If I'll put you in the captain seat, good sir. There you go, man. Let's get it.
So, what did I want to talk about?
Game developers are being harassed by mouth breathers.
There was also the next character kind of thing. Which would we like to do first?
What can we give spicier takes on, Jay? Racist Blast.
You're the Canadian.
Yeah, it means I'm nice.
No, it means like there's literally only white people in Canada.
You've been to Toronto, right?
I have been to Toronto.
Okay,
I've been to Montreal.
Jay just told on himself. When he travels, he only goes to the whitest areas.
I gotta see my people.
No, I go to the places I'm sent to.
He always has to post videos about the Great Replacement Theory.
Jay Shotglass now the only streamer over on Cozy TV. Guest star on Alex Jones' show.
I don't even know what that is either.
Oh, so we're gonna sit down one night.
Bro,
right, anyway,
I can't right now.
Let's rein it back, all right? Because
This isn't Jay's parlor account. We'll take it. We'll dial it back.
I will say I do have a parlor account, and I've tweeted once on it, and it was to say I took it so no one else took this name, and I'm never tweeting on it again or whatever or parling on it.
Based.
So anyway, no, let's go ahead and talk about all this game dev harassment and all these absolute man children that, like, I think being so ingrained into the Marvel's Avengers experience on day 667, we've obviously seen a lot of it, you know, where like the radio silence. I had somebody the other day that was trying to lecture me on, oh, you can't go radio silent, you know, people need to know. But like, if there's nothing to say, they don't owe you an explanation. They don't need to check in with you every day to let you know when their scheduled bathroom breaks are and like what they had for breakfast. And, you know, oh, today we moved a couple pixels. And listen, game development's hard. All right. If you've got beef, it's fine. But paying $60 for a game does not give you the right to just absolute harass like developers, like on their personal accounts or on their main account. And their main account is just some social media director, you know, an Andy. Okay, like we just saw, what was that game? I tweeted it today. Hypercharged. Yeah. Like they literally have a dev crying on Twitter because people were just being absolute human pieces of garbage because they have to wait a little while for a game. And it's like a catch-22 of things. Like on one hand, you've got like, oh, give it to me now, give it to me now, give it to me now. And then devs like, okay, well, let me rush this out the door. And then you have the day one experience of Marvel's Avengers. Okay, because that is exactly what they were going through. They originally delayed it from like, I think it was supposed to come out in April of 2020, and they delayed it, and people like lost their shit, you know. And then they're like, all right, fine, we have to hit the date. And they did. And here we are. So I just feel like people need to start like treating people the way they want to be treated. Because like whenever Nick E is like even a little snarky, like people like cry like little bitches. Like, and it's like, dude, you could dish it out like a champion. But the second he even snickers at you on Reddit, you're like, I can't believe the dev is talking to me like that. I paid $60 for this video game. Anyway, does anybody else have any thoughts?
Yeah, I think you can trace the source of this hate back to Hyrule. He teaches a lot of hate.
Holy. I see casual in my Discord almost every day dishing out some of the most unreal hate I've ever seen. But I'll give you a real answer, J Shock Blast, because I'm better than Casual Avenger. I think honestly,
why? Because you're white.
You know what? You said it, not me, J Shock Blast. Remember
his brother
that.
he's looking for a recruit.
All right.
Listen.
Let's make
it serious.
Let's cancel that joke, okay?
Hyrule, check your inbox. I think he just sent you an invite to Truth Social.
Let's all cancel that joke. It was fun while it lasted.
I'm a little scared to shave my head now. But like, and honestly, like I think like it's a consequence of the culture we live in, not just like video games, but like movies too. Like, and this is why like leak culture and spoiler culture is like super huge nowadays, because like there's almost like a need.
I'm sorry, dude.
Okay. Now the joke is canceled. I'm actually getting uncomfortable.
There's almost a need, like an incessant need nowadays, for like the details and all the information, like super quick, right? So I think like it's.
Have you seen the same Doom? Did you see the same comment?
Oh no.
No! I'm putting it up there. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I can't believe
Well, Elgato sponsorship. Please don't watch this channel at all. Holy!
I like how I asked Jay that question. He was like, "Why? It's hilarious." And now he's like, "You know what? Maybe they should turn it off."
But yeah, so I think nowadays we live in such a society and like culture where like we all want information like super quick, right? Like if you go to like the Marvel Studios spoilers subreddit, right? You have people like risking their jobs to like give leaks or whatever. Like it's literally just like a consequence of like the day and age we live in. And I think like it spreads over to like video games and other places as well, to where if people feel like they don't have the information about like the next, like I deal with this a lot now, where like there's individuals I interact with who are like never content with playing the games they have in front of them, right? Because they're always so focused on like the game that's coming next or the thing that's coming next, right? It's like if you sit back, you relax, you take it easy, just play video games when you have them. The things that you're looking forward to will get there quicker instead of looking forward in time at that one date and, you know, just trying to draw yourself to it, right? Just like live in the moment instead of worrying about like 6 months down the line or whatever. But it's not fun. It's not catchy. Everyone wants what's, you know, the new hot flashy thing, which is like the unreleased stuff, right? It's kind of just like where we are. And that's just kind of where it is, right?
Well, even like Sony Santa Monica had to deal with it, you know? And like, I think unequivocally, they're one of the greatest studios out there that year in, year out have put out nothing but quality content. There's no patience. I mean, and it's crazy to see it, like, even through them, that they're having to put out statements like, man, leave us alone. When we have something to tell you, we'll tell you. Jesus.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because like you have to like walk the line, right? So I'm not gonna like whoever sent that dick picture to that like developer, like it's not my channel, so I'm not gonna tell you what you should go do, but just know like you should go do it. But like for a lot of the people, it's just like they want to know. But like there's always like those mouth breathers, like those people who lick windows who like ruin it for everybody else, right? And it's hard to separate yourself because like there's people out there who are genuinely interested in God of War and like, hey, like when are we gonna find out? Then you have like people like Jason Schreier who are like, oh, you're gonna hear this here, blah 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 blah, and they set expectations, and then some of those people get upset. But then you have the extreme group of people, right? Those extreme people who are like, I'm gonna fucking do some crazy shit, right? And it's always those people who definitely ruin the whole thing for everybody else, and it's insanity. It absolutely is insanity.
Does anybody else want to? What do you guys think?
So I think it's a little bit more nuanced, but mostly Jay is spot on. The amount of harassment that I see is definitely ridiculous. Definitely a symptom of just the toxic social media culture, where people are just in a hurry to try to just be edgy just for the sake of likes and retweets, and also just some people just are generally just garbage. and but on
he
the
doesn't even know, like that's the worst part.
He doesn't. But
it's
on
a great dog you have.
But on the other end of that, there's also this kind of this feedback loop, this toxic feedback loop going on, where you have people scapegoating the gamers, like, oh, it's all the gamers' fault, and then the gamers are like, well, F you, that's not us. Like Jay mentioned how Marvel implied that Marvel's Avengers was rushed out because gamers are impatient, when in reality Marvel's Avengers was rushed out because the publisher doesn't give a shit about the players at all and just want to get a product out there so that they can extract as much money as possible so that they can look good on their next earnings report. And that's usually what happens. And the developers on the front lines end up taking the heat because people don't understand the more nuance of the game industry, and how pretty much all of their grievances are related to people, the boardroom level, rather than the devs that are actually just programming stuff.
Finally, welcome back.
What's up?
All right, you know what? I'm gonna post that to my Twitter, and if I get canceled, I need all of you guys to come to my back. All right, I'm looking at 179 people in this stream right now. If I get one wrong comment, I need you guys all to run to my defense. Okay?
It literally went up the second you turned your head, and we
Yeah.
were all just like fixated on how long it would take you to turn around. But Sadat was making such a great point that I didn't want to like interrupt him. You know.
All right, well, it's up on my Twitter now.
For one, I'm going to pretend I'd never heard of you.
That's crazy. Clip it and ship it,
I,
boys.
for one, I'm going to ask you to delete every episode of the weekly recap.
No, but like, so I don't want to say that solely the only reason they put it out was because of like all the pressure and everything like that. But you know, it's certainly something that I'm sure contributed. But like, yeah, man, like it's crazy to me. Like, this is one of the reasons why when everybody was freaking out about the roadmap, that I was just like, I hope you exactly. Like I hope you never get it, and you deserve this, you know, because like that's exactly like the type of person that like we're talking about here. You know, it's all funny until it's not, and like you just have no idea. Oh God.
Oh wow.
That's like a size 14 foot. I'm like 10 and a half at best. It's way too big.
High Ruler has the best merch confirmed.
That's setting unrealistic expectations. That huge foot. Do you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
like honestly, like if someone looks at that, they're gonna be like, "Wow, High Ruler," right? When like realistically, it's like High Ruler.
Realistically, that's just the footprint spring left. So
Yeah, well, she kicked me into another dimension.
Who is she? Uma Thurman? Holy, that's a
Stop
big,
in the
that's a
mud,
big
boys.
foot.
Get away from me, High Ruler!
But yeah, man, like I just feel like people need to like just start being like, I know, like I want things now too, right? But like I don't know, man. If it's not here today, there's like look behind me. There's literally 5,000 freaking video games back there. You're telling me you can't put down Marvel's Avengers for a little while? You have to put like 4,000 hours in, like.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you don't have something else to play, go to J Shock Blast House and get a game. Grab a game off the shelf. Over 5,000 games back there.
True.
Yeah, I don't know.
And if you don't have the platform for that particular game, he will literally send you an Xbox.
I like that.
Wow.
Does anybody else like to contribute to the topic at hand?
Oh yeah. Also, can devs stop being unnecessarily passive aggressive to their community on Twitter, because that definitely rubs people the wrong way. When on one hand you're complaining about toxicity, and then on the other hand you're outwardly attacking members of your own community.
Can we just stop attacking people, period? I have been one to attack B-Wags because I was feeling slighted and I shouldn't have did that. So I'm going to go ahead and apologize like a man because I was tripping. So with that said, Spring was here. High Ruler, bro. I'm sorry. She was here, dog.
What do you mean she was here?
Oh,
no, oh my god. You know what, man? You guys are gonna ruin a good thing. All right, Spring and I, we had a lot of banter going back and forth. But you know what? This stream has ruined a friendship for me, probably. All right, and I want you guys to blame yourselves. So when I'm in bed tonight wondering what went wrong, I'm gonna remember it was all of you guys, and I hope you guys regret it. Just remember that.
I'm married. I will regret nothing.
Wait, shouldn't those shoes be on the back? Shouldn't those shoes be on the back of the shirt?
True, she's not going to give him an opportunity to look. Are you crazy?
You know how in the olden days when there was a puddle, like the gentleman would put his jacket down? I'm just going to lay over it, and that's what's going to happen.
you are the cover.
I am the jacket at that point.
Right. Well, guys, this is my favorite segment of the night. Get out of my seat, J Shot Blast. This is.
I didn't put myself there, you jerk.
Say one more word out of pocket, there. You know where you're going.
One more.
Bye. Slight Stardust, would you like to put somebody on the map, good sir, please, and thank you.
Oh, I would like to put Spring Rolls' food selling business on the map. I think support small businesses. Not small feet though, which is what you get if you go to I think I'm gonna put. Trying to think of someone I've never said before. This is really difficult. I forgot that.
Get it
I
together.
can't.
Come on.
You know what? It's
Speed
fine.
it up.
Taladia plays. Why not? Taladia
That's a good
plays.
person to put on
That's
the
a new
map.
one. Does a lot of DC game content where obviously a lot of us are a bunch of Marvel shills. So I think obviously me and Lejeune kind of dabble in it a little bit. So does Sadot and Jay, but Taladia's like full on like DC guys. So if you want any of that content, then definitely be sure to go over there.
Make sure y'all click on this man's stuff right here. He's right there. Taladia plays. Make sure y'all check him out. Cass, put somebody on the map, sir.
I'll go with Struggler Bry over on Twitch. Great content creator. Fun time.
He's all right.
Plays more than Avengers, so if you like variety in your streams, good person to check out. Also check out Hyrule over on Twitch. He gets his ass kicked on Friday.
The best. Yep.
It's a good time. He teaches hate. So if you want to step your hate game up, hop in chat, pick up some,
Look at Casual's descent into madness over the last 3 months, and it's all my handiwork.
Bro. So now put somebody on the map, bro. It don't have to be a small content creator, just anybody you want to.
Actually, I do have someone new that's small to shout out. I discovered this channel recently, Biggie Bob Official on Twitch. Very cool guy. I watched a couple of his streams, gave him a few raids. I like his content. Avengers creator. Also, definitely check out this new Twitch streamer, High Ruler Live. He's
true.
Not for me personally, but apparently he's pretty popular among the nerd-erotic crowd. And
I hate women.
He said he said something about he's going to have a big January 6th stream.
Let's go, my people.
Anniversary.
I'm coming across the border.
Hyrule, put somebody on the map.
All right, I'm gonna put, so for people who are like frequent my streams and whatnot, I'm putting Alyssa on the map only because she's been messaging me that she wants to stream, and I've been trying to get her to stream. She's trying to stream to Corey tonight, so go harass her.
Nice indeed.
With love.
Nice indeed. June, put somebody on the map, good sir.
I got Infamous Legacy. He is fire. He creates builds and all that for Avengers. I don't think he streams. I think he just do straight YouTube. But Infamous, I'll put Infamous on there. He's a cool dude.
Yes indeed. Jay, put somebody on the map, good sir.
Well, let's see. Who can we recycle this week?
That's why I said it don't have to be somebody you've said already. Anybody you would like.
I am going to say somebody that I've said already, because the last time I tried to say this person, you cut me off and said I couldn't do it. So I would like to talk about Deeper Depths. I really like him. I don't know him well or anything, but I watch him from time to time play Marvel Snap. I really like his vibe. He's really cool. So I would like to see people check him out.
Well, you need to clarify why I cut you off, because I actually like Deeper Depths a lot. So please clarify why you were cut off.
Because you like ambushed me and said it had to be for Pride Month, and I was not prepared.
Okay. So don't make it seem like I was just being an asshole, Jay.
Well,
bye.
Next time, I was gonna tell Jay, next time you get that question, just say Amaranth, because she appeals to everybody.
Say that.
Oh my goodness.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, Jay Shock Blast.
Jay, you're good. Jay,
You're fine.
do not look at
Jay Shock Blast.
Sign of a little man right there. Let's just say.
Ignorance is bliss in this case.
Okay.
Speaking of, there you go, Ruler. Speaking of,
that's a shipping.
I don't think Amaranth will be established with the Ruler brand anymore after the stuff we've seen tonight.
Depending on her views, she may actually double down.
Oh God.
Tier 3 sub ruler.
with all that said, my dude Casual Avenger is gonna take us out of here. So lazy les bon temps roulette, let the good times roll. Come on, boys, we're gonna let Cass talk to the folks. Peace out, people.